Hello everyone, your recommendations are now full of Suda videos. Next video in 3, 2, 1.
Fuck.
What's going on?
Goddamn algorithm. You watch one video of this thing and your whole recommendations are flooded with the same shit.
Yep. It'd really be nice if Netflix would say, you know, do you want to stop?
Calm down. Fu, can you really kill this guy? Shut up!
I could have killed them early on, but I didn't.
Sorry. I got a bit overexcited.
Is there an option for Netflix to like not autoplay?
No, because they want to force you to binge.
Game doesn't work. Your guest has arrived. Mr. Vanishing Point.
Good, let him in.
So like this is what happens if one of the bad guys is just as much of a dick and self-aware as Travis is, right?
Basically, yes.
Where he's like, I need to do it this way because I'm the final. What the hell is that?
An alien.
I mean, I guess, but like nice legs. Like the thighs are super jacked, but then it's got like
Horseshoes.
like yeah, but like thick. It's like thin calves and thick thighs. It's like it's weird.
Also, I don't think those pecs and abs are real.
They look drawn on it.
He's got spray-on abs.
The No More Heroes theme plays for this anime thing.
Yeah.
It is nice, though.
Yeah.
And I do have to bring up that you're seeing it less often in a playthrough than you are in a commentary.
Yeah.
Because Ryan's cutting past stuff
Various
slash
things, yeah.
skipping stuff.
Yeah. So, gotta keep a move on or we'll be here all day doing menial crap.
Oh, what, did they leave the camera running?
Yeah.
I fell asleep.
Okay.
Oh, okay. People pay money for this. I want us to do a commentary. It's just 20 minutes of dead silence until the very end. I was like, oh, fuck, I forgot to hit stop.
You mean the commentary over a jar of mayonnaise?
Yeah. Whatever.
Does talking to the cat do anything?
Yeah.
What does it do?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Hey, I'm
playing the game yourself.
Hey, at least I'm being honest here.
Why is one of the things in the top right corner smaller?
It's just like the circle ones are red, the diamond ones are blue. That's it.
Okay.
Why differentiate between them, though?
Is there
Oh, sorry, I was back and playing Animal Crossing again.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was in the
Yeah.
third part before you drifted off into the
Netherworld.
ethereal plane.
Back to perfect world.
If it was a really perfect
Wait.
world, then mowing the lawn would pay you more than like $10. But you know,
No, the lawn mows itself.
you would get paid for having the lawn mow itself in a perfect world.
Yeah.
Perfect world.
Can you like find fights wherever you want? Or
No, not. I mean, there are some free fights. Don't get me wrong. They're in the same like little icons that you just find on the ground.
Okay.
But the only one, the ones that are required are the ones within the yellow circles on the map.
oh, okay. So to unlock this fight, you have to go specifically to perfect world. Okay.
Yeah. But if you want to go to other areas and do random fights, you can.
Okay.
It's a little rigid like that, but
No,
in
it makes you have to explore the different areas. So that's something.
At some point, you have to wonder what's intentional and what's just.
I mean, the game brazenly tells you what you have to do. So
Yeah, but I'm also a firm believer that Suda will deliberately design a game with jank just to give it its own artistic appeal.
or to prove a point.
Yeah, or to prove a point.
That's one of the main reasons why I consider him one of the rare auteur game directors.
Who else do we consider an auteur?
Kojima, obviously.
Yeah, Kojima I think is probably
He's
the big
he's
one.
the big one. Suda,
Yeah.
Kojima. I would consider Will Wright one, at least as far as his older games were.
What was
He did The
what-
Sims
did
and
Sims
SimCity.
City, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
It was very much his kind of thing.
who the hell's the
At the
guy?
time.
Oh, I forgot his name. The guy who did Earthbound.
Shigesato Itoi.
Itoi, yeah. I would say he is, because he's made a bunch of decisions in Earthbound and Mother 3 on purpose, and they don't necessarily make the game better.
Yoko Taro is another
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Yoko, I would say.
Yoko Taro is a big one.
Yoko Taro
Like, that
keeps
is
candy
pretty
bars
much
inside
his-
the hat.
Yeah, you know, I'm always like, I was always fascinated by Yoko Taro because, like, for a while, I thought like it was taboo to see his face underneath that mask, but he takes that thing off regularly, and everybody knows that. I was like, oh, I guess it's just something that he just likes wearing every once in a while for like interviews and shit.
Yeah, and I mean, it's quirky. It certainly makes him memorable, you know.
I
Yeah.
love how he went along with that mod just to keep people going.
What
Yeah,
mod?
to get people to buy.
Oh,
the-
you're
the-
talking
the
about
church.
the like the
The
wall.
secret passage thing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get it. So, like, somebody made a mod that put a secret passage behind a wall in one of the doors in Nier Automata.
Yeah.
And they acted like, it was some big find and
Yeah.
all that.
Years in the making.
And he went with it just to go along with it. 'Cause-
And have people buy more copies of Nier.
yeah, basically just kind of like he didn't have to, and he obviously knew it was a mod because obviously he made the game, so of course he knew it was. But he went with it for just like no reason, just to have fun. But
Yeah. Well, the big revelation about it was that it was a new like level of mod that wasn't thought possible yet for Nier Automata.
Yeah.
Like on the PC.
Like, they added a
That's
whole
what
new
everyone-
section to the game, right? Like,
yeah, basically. Because that's what everyone figured. Because everyone was quick to like data mine like that area in question. Is like this geometry doesn't exist. It's like so it has to be a mod. But it's like but we never had a mod of this size for this game. So it's like what are they doing?
but I mean,
And
that's
then they announced,
that's
like,
something
yeah.
that anybody could find out, though, when they're like, oh, did you see this?
Yeah.
You go to your copy of the
But-
game and it's not there.
But given the nature of a Yoko Taro designed game, that's what made everybody so uncertain.
that, like, oh, only
Because
this
he
copy
will-
of it had that kind of thing?
Yeah, because it is a very Yoko Taro thing to do.
Like if
Yeah,
Kojima had it, if Kojima games had a 1 in 256 whatever chance of having a secret room in there, you
Wait,
would believe
really?
it. No, I'm saying
Yeah.
I was saying if he did something like that, you would believe it because it's
Yeah.
Kojima.
I mean,
If there was a once in a blue moon, cloudy on a Thursday thing that you could only see in like Undertale or Deltarune, everybody would believe it's real because it's Toby Fox.
okay, call me a cynic, but
Okay.
I
You're a cynic.
I grew up being told that there was a secret garden behind Bill's house, and there wasn't
Right.
crap there. All right, so maybe I've just been
Yeah. Well, that's other people being dicks to you.
yeah, and then maybe this is the world just being
I won't blame, but you don't blame the devs for that. though.
You kind of go. Also, we kind of went along with that purely because both Missing No and Glitch Town were real.
Yeah. So it's like, maybe. Yeah, I got caught up in all those Gen 1 rumors for the longest time, because I was dumb and internet wasn't really as big as it was then as it is
Okay,
now.
He
so-
was not under the truck, but it is catchable if you know how to teleport
Yeah.
glitch.
Okay, so I
would-
guess
and-
for me, the thing is that I never believed any of them because I never saw the glitches in action until I was older, like a teenager. Here's the thing. Like, I was obviously told about them. Like, people talked about it at school and whatnot. The only person who actually bothered to try to show me any of this stuff was a cousin of mine. He tried to show me how Glitch City worked, but he didn't know how to do it exactly. So, like, he was just like, okay, so here's what you gotta do. You gotta fly to Cinnabar Island and then surf for a bit, and then you fly here, and then there's a city. And then he tried to do it, but he didn't know the exact steps on how you're supposed to do it. So it, like, didn't work. And so he spent, like, 20 minutes trying to show me. He was like, trust me, this is how it works. And I'm like, okay, dude, whatever.
God is dead. And I never attended church again after that.
Yeah, but however, it did, like, when I became a teenager and like I started looking stuff up on the internet, seeing all those like Gen 1 glitches was wild because it was like, it was in some ways it was like, oh, people weren't lying, but then you like
Yeah.
learned all this other stuff and it's like, yeah, people were lying all the time. actually.
But that's the thing, though, Ted. Ryan and I grew up when those were just new.
Yeah, well, I mean, I did too. I was like a little, like...
Well, for Gen 1 specifically, though, because how old were you when Gen 1 first came out?
In the States?
Over here in the States,
like
anyway.
5 or
in the
6.
States.
So, like, everybody
Yeah.
was still talking about them. Like, Pokemon Red was the first game I played.
Sure, but we were, just even being a few years older than you meant we had older siblings or friends with older siblings who had access to computers or teenagers who could do certain things and things like that. So we heard all that shit like instantly when it was coming out.
I mean, not to mention like being 9 or 10 years old at the time the game's coming out. I mean, we just have, I guess, more cognitive memory and thought than a 5-year-old.
Yeah, it's like,
offense.
it's a lot different being 6 and like hearing
10.
those things and being 10. That is true. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like we were at that age when all that shit was like new and all that kind of shit was just being found out. You bought all those damn urban legends because of what was actually be possible in those games.
Well, yeah,
Missing No to me was such a huge fucking deal for me.
Missing No and Glitch Town being real meant everything was at least feasible.
Yeah.
When you heard about it.
It's just that 98% of it wasn't.
Oh, man.
Except for those two big
Oh,
ones.
the anime didn't help too because the anime made up stuff like Venus Toys.
I really thought Venus Toys was real,
Yeah,
man.
and it's just like,
I really thought Venus Toys was real.
oh man, they would never do anything like that in the modern anime. Is like make up a weird combination Pokemon, because I don't want to say they're more safe now, but they're definitely more controlled. Like they don't want to have.
Well, the
as
anime
much.
was very much meant to be a one and done. We're here to promote the show and that's it, sort of thing.
Yeah, it's like
We're here to promote the game and that's it, sort of thing. It's like, oh, we didn't think it would go on for 25 years.
yeah, because I'm just.
That's why people really like the anime.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the anime was there just a. Did that just say Togang? Oh God, Trav would be in defeat. Oh Jesus. Oh man. John, did you know you're on WikiFeet?
Of course I am. But there's plenty of pictures of me in my bare feet.
Oh. Wait, sorry. I'm looking at I'm actually looking at the enemies.
Right.
That's so bizarre, man.
I mean, they're aliens, so.
Is like some of the appeal of the combat lost when you're not fighting humans? Because like I know that like
No, not really.
okay, because I know that like the blood and like the violence being on humans was part of what made the fights so satisfying in the old games.
The appeal is primarily that it is a 3D beat 'em up with a little more robust of a battle system than just, mash A and then occasionally do a grab the paw.
That is true. Like,
Yeah, because combat in this game, since the first iteration, was always pretty gratifying on how, like, specifically combo finishers were always really satisfying to pull out in the first game.
Like that.
Yeah, like that, essentially. That is something that they've been really good with ever since the first game. I think what you're fighting is not really relevant to that.
okay.
Honestly, I think the aliens are still up from the humans from the first game because they had a very limited vocabulary. Everybody lost their spleens.
I don't feel shit.
I don't feel shit. My spleen.
In the Wii games, you pressed a button to do standard attacks, and then when the arrows popped up, you did a shake in that direction, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So it's not like Sonic and the Black Knight where you're waving your arms incessantly over and over again.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
That's
was
just
the idea. Suda said that was the idea early on, but then he realized, the Wiimote doesn't really work that well. So
no.
let's not.
I'm also having you fight a lot.
Yeah.
So it's like, so you went, let's not.
If you were to try to do a game like that, because still to this day, there's only like 3 or 4 sword fighting motion control games that really try to do it that way.
And most of them aren't good.
Like, honestly, the best one I can think of off the top of my head is the Wii Sports Resort sword fighting, because that's kind of like what it's going for, is like, you would do it for like a specific like samurai duel, because...
I'm going to go out there and say that because I know it's probably on everyone's heads. I didn't mind it in Skyward Sword.
Okay. Well, I'm ignoring Skyward Sword because I haven't played it, and thus I have no input on the matter.
And you know what my input is, so I'm not going to go on it.
I'm just more thinking about like in terms of like playing a game where you're using motion to swing the sword. If you're functionally speaking, even if it isn't working exactly like a waggle, you know, in the Wii sense where you just shake it and it doesn't matter which direction it's shaking, the game detects a shake and does it to do a move.
Yeah.
That's not functionally that different from a game where it does detect that you're moving, like how you're moving it, but it wouldn't matter because you're just waving it back and forth and the enemies in front of you die anyway. What I think would be satisfying in a motion control sword game is like having the direction and the speed and the time of your swipes matter. And the only way to make that work, I would think, is like in a duel kind of situation where like you have the sword,
like a fencing game.
yeah, basically.
But didn't we know like Wii Sports Resort?
Yeah, that's why I'm
that
saying Wii
commercial?
Sports Resort is one of the better ones to do that. It's just, you know, it's just a mini game, so there's not a lot of depth to it. Like there's not a lot of extra things you can do, or like a structure to it. So like, I mean, I would like for them to try that again. They're just probably not going to do it anymore because it's not 2009 and that ship kind of has sailed. So
Nobody bought 1-2 Switch.
Good.
oh, sorry, I have a tangent, but we'll wait for that.
Yeah, it's gonna have to wait.